Hey guys, apologies for the lack of videos this last week. I have been sick. The last 3 days, I have had the nastiest cold, and I might still sound a little stuffed up and because I'm still not 100%, still not feeling well. But PSA just announced that they have a $15 special happening right now on TCG cards. So I kind of said and have been saying, once PSA gets down to $15, I'm going to full send. So I think it's over 100 cards, maybe closer to 200 cards that I'm going to be sending into PSA at this $15 special. A wide variety of cards ranging from EX Era Hollows to kind of Sun and Moon Rainbow rares. But then we have Heart Gold Soul Silver and 4th generation in there as well. So we've got a whole bunch of different cards to go through. Plus we got some goodies at the end, some kind of weird cards from the 80s that I think are really cool that I've wanted to send in for a while now, but that price point just hasn't been there until now. So it is. We're here. Finally, we're here. All right, so we're going to start from EX Era and just make our way up to Modern, and I'll show you guys the little weird goodies at the end. So if you've been keeping up with my channel, you've probably seen all these cards before, because I do, these cards are all cards that I purchased from Japan, and I always do those Japan kind of live stream videos where I go through all of the cards that I bought. We look at conditions, we make sure everything looks okay. All of these cards, I went through them all this morning and took out all the ones that had dense or deep scratches and basically kept anything in that just had minor whitening to mint. So a lot of these cards should do very well in terms of grade. I would hope for 8 or higher, but I think even then I would think that maybe 8 would be quite an outlier. So I'm really hoping for 9 or higher, which I think is more than likely going to be the majority of this submission. I hope. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed for a lot of 10s, really. That's really what I'm looking for. But yeah, we've got a ton of EX Era Hollows. Every kind of super popular Pokemon you could think of, and some arts that I just think are just beautiful, like this Arita, Mawile, this Harada, Banette. I love this one as well. We got swirls everywhere. Just beautiful cards. Aeron, and lastly, Salamence. So just loads of awesome mint, near mint hollows that I hope will come back. A lot of these are pretty low pop as of now. I think those pops will probably increase over time because I think there are probably a lot of people like me going and trying to find the minty mid-era Japanese stuff because it's pretty low cost right now. If you're willing to fight by E and try and find deals, it's pretty low pop. You can find some pretty good stuff. So we're now at the 4th gen Diamond, Pearl, Platinum Hollows, Dragonite, Alakazam. A lot of these from a recent purchase video that I made. But yeah, I try to stick to all the most popular Pokemon. Basically what I did before I even started buying, because I'm a WotC boy, so I'm pretty in tune with like the first 2 generations. When you start to get to like 3rd, 4th, 5th generation, I don't really know what people find popular. Like that's just not really I didn't grow up during those eras. I played the games through once, but it wasn't I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention through that time. So what I did was I basically went to all these different websites like Ranker and Pokemon.com and all these different places and like made custom lists for myself on what everyone's like top 10, top 15 favorite Pokemon from those generations were. And then when I was looking through each of these sets, looking for hollows to buy, I would kind of focus on those particular lists that I created. A lot of like evolutions, Charizard, all the starters, everything like that. Mostly legendaries, stuff like that. So we've got a Charizard level X. We've got loads of Charizards here. Loads. We have another one of these, I think, coming in from Japan as well. We've got some Venusaurs, a Blastoise, and here come the evolutions. I think I showed a bunch of evolutions in that EX Hollow. Rayquaza. Giratina. Got loads more Giratinas where that came from. I just think Giratina is a really cool Pokemon. Got some really cool artworks. Got some kind of derpy artworks too. This one's not as impressive as that one, for instance. This one's pretty sick. This one's a little but you know what? He's still a cool Pokemon. This one's really cool. It's got a swirl at the end of Deoxys' arm, which is kind of sick. Looks like he's charging up like some sort of power ball. We've got the dogs. Lots of legendaries in this stack, you can see. Jirachi, And then a bunch of starters. We got Blaziken cards, Sceptile, Swampert, Flosion, Feraligatr, Derpy Feraligatr, Infernape. As you guys can see, focus a lot on starters, legendaries, mythicals, just popular Pokemon, Dragon types, Garchomp, Lucario, got a couple of those. And that is it for the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum block. I haven't been counting. I don't know how many cards we actually have in this submission, but it's going to be a lot. It's going to take me a long time to go through them all. All right, and then we have Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I just started kind of working on these sets. I do have a whole buy list that I want to go through at some point. Probably should go through that fairly soon, but it's going to be some sets that I'm going to be looking at while I'm actually in Japan next month. So if you guys are interested, I'm going to be making loads of videos where I go to different Japanese card shops and just different areas in Japan. There will be a lot of vlog-style videos coming out for that. Those would be really cool. We got a couple Espeons. I do have an Umbreon of this. I think I want to crack out of a CGC. It's a CGC 9.5, really immaculate looking. I think I might send that in to try and get a PSA 10. We'll see. We got Ninetales, beautiful artwork, Arcanine, Houndoom, Gyarados, and Pichu. This Pichu, I will never be able to capture this on camera, but it's got amazing Hollow Bleed on it. I don't know. I mean, I think at one point PSA just wasn't even grading Hollow Bleed. I don't know where they're at it now, but it's a mint card otherwise. So hopefully they're back to grading Hollow Bleed. All right, now we're at Modern, sort of Sun and Moon. We've got some of the Tag Team Rainbow Rares: Blastoise, Piplup, Charizard, Reshiram. Then we have Blastoise GX, and we have a Snivy Venusaur. I picked a few of those up very early on and never kind of went back to them, but I will be. I'm working on a buy list for those as well. I really like the tag teams. That was one thing that the kids were really asking for when I did that show recently. Everyone was asking me, "Oh, you got tag team cards? You got tag team cards?" I think they really just like seeing the multiple Pokemon on each of the cards. So probably be picking some of those up here soon. And then here are the fun little cards. First of all, My Hero Academia, it's back, baby. We're 2 episodes in. Second episode was absolutely freaking badass. Yeah, this season seems like it's just going to be a war between the heroes and the villains. They just jumped right into it. Super sick. I'm enjoying it so far. But yeah, we've got this this Japanese set. It's the tag set. It's not the recent set that came out in America. It is a tag set that came out, I think it was a couple years ago, but these cards just look 100 times better than the English Joyride. Is that who made them? Maybe I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, these are just so freaking cool looking, and they got the lettering. They do have some SPs, like some signatures as well of this style of card. These are PU for Plus Ultra. These are the second rarest, I think, apart from the signatures that you can get actually in the packs. We have a 2016 Interplay Zelda Twilight Princess. This is obviously Princess Zelda. I do have the Skull Kid card as well. It's a beautiful card, but it has 2 print lines and some edge issues. So I didn't send it in because like 8s and 9s don't really sell very well. I'm hoping that this card here gets a 10 because there's no print lines and it looks beautiful around the edges. And then we got these cool things. So months ago, I bought a box of sticker cards from 1989, and it has Mario and Zelda and Double Dragon and Punch Out. And so you can get these cards graded with PSA, and PSA 10 sell for 100 plus, 150 plus, depending on the card. They're pretty low pop at the moment, so all of these are pack fresh. I went through and picked the best ones because since I opened a box, I think there's like 48 packs in a box. You get a lot of doubles and stuff, so I picked all the best ones. And pretty much focused on the Mario cards and the Zelda cards. If you guys haven't seen the Mario trailer yet for the movie, it looks freaking amazing. I'm so excited for it. Holy crap. It looks real good. But yeah, we've got a bunch of Marios, and then we'll get into the Zeldas. Zelda. Rescue Zelda and win. Legend of Zelda. Iconic. And I love this one where he's holding the piece of the Triforce up to the sky. Very cool. And lastly, we have a punch out one featuring Little Mac. He just won the game, Little Mac victory pose. Very, very cool. But yeah, so we've got quite an eclectic mixture of things. We've got the Nintendo sticker cards from 1989. We've got a crazy My Hero Academia card that I picked up on a whim. And then we've got stuff from all over the Pokemon realms, EX Hollows, Sun and Moon Rainbows, Diamond Pearl Platinum. I'm all over the place, but there's a lot of cards. I hope that we get some good grades, and I hope we get them back in a few months, probably early next year, I would assume. I've never submitted this many cards to PSA. I pre-graded these like I would pre-grade CGC stuff to try and get 9s or higher. So hopefully that means that I will be seeing lots of 10s coming from PSA. Fingers crossed. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.